Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. All right. When I was playing the intro, it seemed like it was jumping a little bit and going in and out. If you guys can, before I even get started, um, if you guys can hear me, all right, let me know if you guys can hear me, um, and whether or not it is jumping, like it's going in and out, because I have no idea what's going on. All right, just testing. Is it going in and out? Let me know if it's going in and out before I go ahead and get started, because yeah, I don't know what's going on. All good. It's not going in now. Okay, perfect. And I realized just now why I was not able to see comments from my other page, and that is now fixed. Yay. All right, y'all. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Shakeya, the professor, and it is time for Power Hour. We are going to go through a Q&A style. Ooh, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. That kind of threw me off when it was going in and out, so I got a little thrown off. All right, so I am Shakeya, the professor, and we're going to have an incredible live chat and Q&A. Feel free to drop your questions in relation to business, print and cuts, Silhouette Studio, Silhouette, although Silhouette Studio is not opening for me right now. Cameo questions, creative questions, sublimation questions, pigment, ink, you name it, we're going to answer it over the next hour. Okay. So if you have questions for me, or if you just want to hang out and see if the questions that other people have may be helpful for you, stick around, hit that like button, hit that share button, excuse me, and drop a hey, how you doing? We'll be back in exactly 30 seconds. All right. Hello, everybody, again, and welcome back. All right. We're going to get right into this so that we can make the best and make the most out of this hour. Again, I am Shakeya, the professor. I have no idea what's going on with my Silhouette Studio. I have no idea what's going on with my Silhouette Studio right now. So we may not be able to answer any Silhouette questions because I don't know what's going on. I hope I don't have to reset this thing and like completely do like a full clean uninstall. I love Silhouette Studio. I am truly a Silaholic. But okay, there it is. It's working now. I was like, but sometimes, honey, drives me absolutely bonkers. When it works, and it's amazing. When it doesn't, makes you want to break your very, very expensive computer. But anywho, that's working now. So if you have silhouette questions, I can answer them for you today. Like I said, we're going to be on for an hour. Fridays is kind of like doing both channels. Kind of did a little bit back in the day. So kind of sort of moved away where I was doing like silhouette was every Monday. Of course, we're no longer doing that. When I do live chats, but they are for members only. For Silhouette Studio and like some teachings and stuff. I'm going to start from the beginning of Silhouette Studio and go through some really basic things for members who want to learn Silhouette Studio. Just to kind of tide you over until our bachelor's program reopens up in September. All right. So again, you can ask silhouette related questions, cameo related questions, print and cut, small business, creative entrepreneur type questions, sublimation, pigment ink. Like y'all know, I have a vast background and experience a lot of stuff. If you are an event planner or you're trying to get into making party favors and things like that, go ahead and drop those questions. Okay, hold on. Oh, there it is. There we go. I had to get a little lotion. How are you guys doing? Drop a hey, how you doing? And good morning. And make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up. Drop some hearts. Drop some likes. Ooh. If you really love me, you know what the emoji is. Go ahead and drop that fist bump or the goat to say hello and good morning. All right, let's see who is on with us. All right, let's see. Good morning, Catherine. How are you? Michelle on Venus Gives. Hello, Danielle. How are you? Hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. Hi, Crystal. All right, you guys, let me know you can hear me. Mary Brown. Hello. No issues. Yay, Miss Bacon. If someone is watching from Facebook on Shakeya Lavelle, can you please say, I am watching from Shakeya Lavelle? I want to see if I can see the comments here because I think I fixed it. So I want to see because I don't like always having my phone up. And then that means I can't. It's because if I can do that and it's working, that means I can go live on TikTok. All right. Let's see, where were we? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello. Hey, boo. I'm about to feel like you this weekend. It's supposed to get 30 degrees here, child. Oh, man. Y'all need to keep y'all cold air up there. Stop sending it this way because y'all sick of it. We don't want Jack Frost and all of his little friends down here. Y'all can stay up there. It's supposed to get 30 degrees. Not I said the cat, I will be in the comfort of my house. I love y'all. And those who asked me, was I going to do something on this weekend? I would, she ended up booking for Saturday. I would have to do Sunday, but it's going to be cold. All right. Good morning, Shawnee D. Paulette, how are you? Talette, how are you? Thank you for dropping those fist bumps. Ooh, hello from Italy. Hello, Lulu. Thank you, thank you. So if you're on your phone, turn my volume down. Get past my commercial. Not even going. This is a long commercial. This commercial like 2 minutes long. Skip. All right, so you're just going to tap and you can drop different emojis from there, or just tap to chat and go to your emojis and go ahead and drop that fist bump and bam. So that's me. All right. Okay. Let's see. You're watching from Shakeya Lavelle. Yay, I can finally see the comments. Good morning. I received my paper, planning on trying some projects out this weekend. Yay, awesome. It is 6:30 in Cali. California knows how to party. Watching from St. Louis, I'm guessing. Yes. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Zani Mani loves that sound. Jack is getting, I guess Jack wanted vacation too. I think Jack Frost is tired of the cold too. He wanted a vacation, so he coming down here. Look here, bro. There's protocols coming down here. You got to chill on that cold. Like if you want to come on vacation, come on vacation. You can't. It's ridiculous. It's snowing in Ohio. Yeah, y'all can keep that. Y'all can keep that up there. Okay. All right. I'm in Nashville and we're having snow right now. Oh, see, no. It's not life. This can't be life. Life. All right, let's see. Good morning. You are watching. All right, good. Now I know that I can see comments. So, skip, yes. All right, that means I can go live on TikTok. Hold on. Because then I don't need to see the comments from my phone. I can go live on TikTok. Good morning and godly day to you as well. Ooh, let's clean my camera. All right. Yay, I can go live on TikTok. Oh, I just realized I left this on my head and I changed my shirt and it don't match. Jesus. On here, I couldn't tell. Well, I guess I can tell, but TikTok, baby. And the colors are so much more vibrant from my phone on TikTok. Ooh. All right. So let's see. I've slowed down on content. To be honest, I have actually slowed down quite a bit on content. I used to go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, several times a day. Now it's just kind of like whenever I'm trying not to do like so many lives, but and then like do three, like now I have another channel, so I have to build and grow that one. So I do like Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do 365 Creative Academy, but this is my job, so I am no different than like a soap opera that comes on every single day. This is my job. I love my job. And yeah, I'm teaching or providing help in some way, shape, or form, whether it's a live video, I have a live class, or I'm dropping posts on Facebook. I need to start doing Instagram, but that's just not my zhuzh. Thank you for jumping over to YouTube from Facebook, because that's where, like a good place to support. Just know that when I go live on Facebook, it is all out of love and from the heart, because I don't get coins like people, for live videos, you don't get any coins from Facebook. So if you go watch over on YouTube, let that first commercial play a little bit, get a little engagement over there. I greatly appreciate it. It helps the girls with the coins. Hello over on TikTok. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am live on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, 5 different places over here. So now 6 places we are live right now. So feel free to drop any questions that you may have in regards to sublimation, business, silhouette studio, all that good jazz. All right. And your notifications might be late too. All right. Oh, y'all supposed to get snow too? See, this is why I can't come see you either. I'm not coming to visit. None to y'all. None to y'all. Hello from Michigan. Just got my paper. Can't wait to try it. Yes. All right. So I did see some questions. So I'm gonna scroll on back up because I saw 2 questions so far. If you were not the professor and you just started creating and you wanted to do the Trinity Creations Sublimation vinyl, what heat press, workforce printer, and eco tank would you get out the gate? So the same ones I got. I wasn't always the professor, so right now it's kind of hard when it comes to like printers for sublimation because there really is like no great printer anymore. The 7710, 7720, 7710, 7720, 7210, 7610, 7620, 7110. Those were all like literally the best printers. And it took some time because even with the 76 series, you had to either you had to do the same thing with the chips in the beginning, and then they came out with the continuous ink system, which I don't like, and then eventually they had the refillable cartridges. So it's still kind of like the newer printer, the 7820, 7840, and 7310 and C7000. That to me is the better printer. Like, so if I had to do it right now, although a lot of people are doing eco tanks, if I didn't want to spend $1,000, I would get the Workforce 7820, 7840 and just buy and just, keep changing out the chips because I like the way Workforce printers print and the way the color outputs are when you're, as far as like pigment ink. I need pigment ink in my life because I do a lot of cutouts and printing cuts and stickers, and the ink is waterproof. If it gets wet, it does not run. If you're using an eco tank, it uses dye ink. Only thing that's pigment ink is black. So your prints can run depending on what you're printing. So I'm not a big fan of eco tank printers in that, like Epson's eco tank printers. They don't have an eco tank printer that has pigment ink. Although Canon now has one. So I can bet my bottom dollar that Epson will come out with a full-on pigment ink. Well, I guess they do have one, but maybe a smaller version. So they do have one that's pigment ink, but it's the 16600 and 16650. So I guess, man, they do have one. I was hoping that they would do like the smaller ones that are like maybe $600 with pigment ink. But I can't see myself for just printing out regular stuff spending it. And I guess if I had no other option, I probably would get the eco tank. It's just I don't like eco tanks because they're not easy to be fixed if something goes wrong, and that's a lot of ink that goes into it. That's a lot of that's a lot of ink that goes into it that would be wasted, and that's a lot of money if you can't fix it. They're $1,000 and then $1,123.99, so $124. So yeah, I don't know. Right now, with the way it is, I really can't. It's like it. My gut would tell me to just go with the 7820, 7840 and just buy the chips. I'm not a big fan of eco tanks. I've said that countless times, so I'm not a big fan of that. Heat press wise, I pined over this one. And I guess it's going to be really hard for me to say if I didn't know what I know, because now that I know what I know, I can't think to buy a cheap, inexpensive heat press. I've had one, and I love the one that I got years ago from Amazon. It was still a pretty penny. I paid like maybe $400 or $500 for it. This one was over 2,000. So now that I've like seen this one, although it's not my favorite, I don't think I would ever spend like $100, $200 on a heat press anymore because I know better. So it's hard to go back. So I'm going to go and tell you guys, if you can swing it, to get a heat press that's a decent heat press. So you're going to get like like Hottronics, they're auto presses, like they're presses that aren't like this, like they're regular. Wait, there we go. Wait, y'all can't see it. Hold on. There we go. Now y'all can see my Hottronics. TikTok can see my Hottronics. They have ones that aren't this expensive. This just has like the digital dial. I like being able to just click a button and go to the set, like the presets. That's the piece de resistance on piece de resistance. Y'all know what I'm saying on this printer, heat press, is that it has the presets and I can go to them. That's like the main feature of this. But it's certain things like when I'm doing plaques, the clearance on it is not that great like some of the other ones. So I guess I would say a Heat Press Nation signature series is one that I want. I want that Sure Pressure one. Pro World has some really good ones. And I like the Galaxy Press. I like the Galaxy one because it's just like this one. It has interchangeable platens. So yeah, either a Stahls auto. I would probably get a Stahls 16 by 20 auto press, a Heat Press Nation auto press, or a was it Transworld? From Pro World, their auto press. One thing I will probably never ever go back to, although because this one I hate the fact that it's it's a manual press. I don't like manual presses. So if anything, I would go back to an auto press. So that's what I would do. And then what was the other part of it? Oh yeah, so Workforce Printer, ET. Yeah, so Workforce Printer and Heat Press Nation or press from Pro World or a Stahls auto press. I brought the Fusion. I feel the same way. Yeah, I can't go back, man. Let's see. Do I have a class on the graduation yard signs in the vault? I don't have a vault that the vault does not have any videos or classes. So I've done like just demos whenever we were doing the yard signs last year, and I showed how to put them down. We have templates for them. As far as utilizing the templates in there, it's just a combination of just knowing Silhouette Studio. So if you take any of my classes for Silhouette Studio, you'll know how to use those like effectively. Have I done videos just showing it and just showing how to make a yard sign, pull in an image? That's free on YouTube. I do plan to have a full month of graduation. So we're going to go over graduation stoles, some basic designing for them, because I have a graduation stole class that's 3 parts: basic, intermediate, and then like advanced. So that's something that was done by itself. I can't do all of those things and give you basic to advanced for stoles, basic to advanced for yard signs, basic to advanced for graduation toppers. We're going to keep it pretty basic for the actual classes. So when we're going over graduation toppers, I'm going to give you we're going to go through like a simple design so that you can press it. Stoles, simple design, and then you can press it. Yard signs, probably won't print them out, but we're going to go over some things for like yard signs. We're going to go over it's like grad toppers, shirt designs. So I have a whole month. Oh, the fans, the graduation fans. So we're going to kind of go over basic things. And then you have to take the education that you have and your knowledge and just take where I'm giving you like how to design it, how to make it, and then you can make it your own. You can get the playback for my graduation stole class. I probably won't do another one of those where it was 3 days of just graduation stoles or three different sessions. I probably won't do that again until like next year sometime, because I just did that and the information in that playback still stands true today. Again, for quite some time, but we are going to have like a full month and just kind of teaching you stoles, shirt designs, grad cap toppers, fans, yard signs, and things like that. Okay. Hello, and welcome over on TikTok. This is just a chat and a Q&A. Feel free to drop any questions, comments, feedback that you have. I'm live on TikTok, so you're going to probably see the side of my face a lot because I'm live on TikTok as well as Facebook and YouTube. I wish I could put my phone up there so that I'm not kind of looking. Well, let me see. Let's put you, but if I do it that way, you're going to be staring at my fan. And that's kind of crazy. Oh, no, y'all got to go back. I guess you still see the fan over here. I figure it's like not, I don't know. Y'all just have to be in a weird spot. Let's see. Thank you for sharing that. I was wondering which one you preferred for us to watch from. Good morning. Thank you. Any of the YouTubes? If budget is an issue, finding a company that sends the heat press and offers payment is a great option. You can still get a better quality press and get started, then level up later. Exactly. Good morning. I came on from YouTube in case you showed something. I can see the full colors. Yeah, I know over here, y'all's like the color. I mean, I'm looking at just my headband. No, I didn't make this. Like the colors are so much different. It's my face. All right. No other. Oh, this is gonna be a quick session. No other questions, y'all. I tell y'all, I don't unless I'm coming on like I did last night with the what's those things called? The ribbon and stuff like that. I don't come on here to teach. When I do these live chats, this is for you guys and for you guys to drop your questions. You don't drop questions, then this becomes a very short session. Because this is all about helping you where you need help at. I know a lot of this stuff like the back of my hand. So, and unless it is something where and even with that, I'm trying to get y'all kind of, I don't ever want to cut y'all off cold turkey. I would never do that, but I've given y'all 7 years. If you're new to finding me, I don't know what took you so long. You're kind of coming in on we're kind of phasing out the everyday, you know, um, um, just free content. We do have the memberships for YouTube if you want to kind of see more. I'm trying to focus more energy into my academy, and I'll start doing classes during the week, during the daytime for those who are available during that time. So you won't see as much of me on social media. I'm trying to schedule out specific time frames to do things. Okay, so I have business edition. Why do some features freeze? Lately, my trace adjustments won't work. I have to play with it to get it to adjust. It's the nature of the beast when it comes to Select Studio. It has a lot to do with your computer and your graphics card on your computer, how much RAM you have on your computer. So it's that. The newer versions are very draining, which is why when I really need to design, I don't design from version 4.4. I have version 3.6 on my laptop, and that's where I do a lot of designing from because since they came out with version 4, it's just been really, really laggy. Wait, I have one. What's your take on EcoSolvent white printable vinyl and converting printers? Oh my gosh, Michelle, you're gonna get me in trouble. Hold on. Why you gotta ask about this? Because somebody is gonna give me, and she's probably gonna text me, or she's gonna come on here talking junk. Why you have to go and do that? Why you gotta go and do that, huh? She asked me about sawgrass printers. Okay. So I'm gonna come back because Ava asked, and I'm sorry, I had to have sugar. And then Diamond actually asked as well about, oops, wrong one. EcoSolvent and white printable vinyl and converting printers. I have a Roland BN20. It's an actual EcoSolvent printer. And the EcoSolvent ink is different for that one. Like when we print that, the smell that goes through the house is kind of crazy. Went through the garage because it's EcoSolvent. It's a solvent-based ink. It's supposed to be like a little bit more, friendly, eco-friendly. And then you have water-based EcoSolvent inks. I tried them because people were asking me about this when we first came out with ink. People were asking me about the EcoSolvent. Well, my vendor trying to get me to do DTF. Like, I've had an opportunity to get ahead of the game in DTF, EcoSolvent, inks and stuff like that. I didn't do that. So I'm the type of person, if I can't test it, I'm not selling it. That's just kind of how I roll. So with the EcoSolvent, I did purchase it. I had a 7720 that broke. Like, I broke it. I made a mistake and stuck my hand in there when I did ink cartridge replacement, and I don't know what I was thinking, and my hand was in there, and it hit it, and it messed it up, right? So it's like, okay, well, this printer is messed up anyway. Let's switch out the cartridges and put the EcoSolvent ink in there. It's a water-based EcoSolvent. So I put it in there, and I hated the results. I did a post way back when because I originally wanted it to do not heat transfer vinyl, adhesive stickers. You cannot put 651 printable vinyl in these printers whatsoever, even when you use EcoSolvent ink, because it's not a real EcoSolvent ink. It's water-based and there's no heat to it. It does not work on adhesive vinyl. So that was like a big no for me. And then the colors were ridiculous. I was like, what the hell is going on here? So remember, I'm not an EcoTank girl. I am a workforce girl, and that's a pigment ink printer. Other people were using it, I guess, in the EcoTank printers. When I set up my first EcoTank printer, I even said, this ink is like the EcoSolvent ink. I was like, oh, okay, it's like dye ink, because EcoSolvent ink looks like dye ink. But it's still never it didn't click to me to try and buy another one at that time. And then recently people have been asking me about it, and I'm like, okay, well, do I buy one and put it in there? Is EcoSolvent a good option? Everyone wants a different option to put things on colored shirts. Is doing printable transfers a good thing? Yes. For me, it's really no different than my Jet Pro 3G and using my pigment ink printer. On my Roland, it prints slow as crap. It's a very quality printer, but it prints really, really slow. So I never use that really for shirt transfers. Some people use it for shirt transfers. I only use it for stickers and vinyl stickers. I use it for vinyl decals. It's basically what I use that one for. I don't really use it for shirts. You can use the EcoTank printers because it's dye. The colors will look more accurate from an EcoTank printer. You cannot use EcoSolvent inks in a workforce unless you're going to use a color profile, because the colors are so off, and you can only do printable heat transfer vinyl. Is it an option? Yes. Is it an option that I would feel like I need to jump on? No. Because there are other things out there. I like Sublimation to glitter. I like Sublimation to glow in the dark. I like Sublimation to easy subli. The only true advantage for me with using the printable vinyl is the mask and being able to easily pick up ones that have letters. That's really the only true advantage to me of doing that. Because if you have a really big design, it's going to feel plastic, like plastic with Caesar color print. The top part has a softer feel, but the vinyl itself and on the shirt, to me, it still feels like a big piece of plastic on your shirt if you're going to do a big design. So that's not really a solution, a major solution for me when it comes to that. So I'm kind of on the fence as far as using it for shirts. It is an option. It's really no different than Jet Pro 3G or any other printable transfers. Any transfer, you're going to feel it. I don't care what anyone says. I've done white toner transfers. I haven't tried the DTF ones. I know I got sent some from D's, T's, and things. I haven't had a chance. I finally found the package. I haven't had a chance to press those to see how they feel. But I've had white toner. It's okay, whoever, whatever. The only one I think that I kind of don't really feel a heavy feel on is screen print transfers, because I've done those in full color, and those are the only ones that don't feel super, super heavy. So I mean, it is what it is. To me, they're all the same. All right, let's see. And Sawgrass, I have not set mine up yet. I have one only because people use our paper with it. Hopefully, I'll set it up today. Don't come for me. I don't even know if she made a comment. Don't come for me. Hopefully, I'll set it up today. She knows what I'm talking about. So hopefully, I'll set it up today. But from what I've seen and prints that I have like physically put my eyes on from Sawgrass, can it be closer to color? Yeah, kind of, sorta. And it seems muted to me. I like the extra pop. Even if the colors are a little bit off, I personally like the extra pop of water-based printers like an Epson, and not just the converted Epson, even the big Epson printers that are made for sublimation, the F570, the T, whatever those numbers are, those are still water-based printers. So the colors come out different compared to a gel-based printer. I still like water-based printers better than what I've seen from gel-based printers. I like the idea. Not sure if I want to start anything new. If you are not, I'll hold that thought. I'm going to come back to that one. Good morning. I just got in. What would be a good printer for a beginner? For what? Printer for what? What are you doing? Sublimation, print and cut, stickers. What are you trying to use the printer for? I've been working to organize all the things I've gotten from design bundles and Creative Fabrica. Any suggestions? I don't know how to organize. I just put them in a folder. So when I download them, I have a folder on my downloads that's now, like, I got a bunch of stuff that I have to go through. I don't know when I'm going to go back through them, but where are my downloads? And then now everything needs to move to the new drive. But it's just so easier. It's so much easier for it to download right to the regular downloads folder. And unfortunately, TikTok, you guys won't be able to see this because where my, like, you can't see the computer because I'm about to screen share. But what I do now is when I save, see, vector stock downloads, designbundles.net, Creative Fabrica downloads, PNG tree. So my goal now is once I extract it into the folder where I purchased it from. And that's as far as my organization is going to go. Everything else is just going to stay as is. I don't do the making a folder for Christmas designs, Mother's Day designs. Like, I don't go that far. They got a search button. So when I'm looking for something, I'm going to go to that folder. I'm going to go to search, and I'm going to search the keywords and find what I'm looking for. So yeah, I don't plan to segment it like that. I submit a Tumblr with photos. Some of my photos are blurry. Can it be the resolution or time and temp? It can be a combination of both. So I would really have to see your original one. And what method did you use? So it might not be time and temp. Well, just let me know. What time and temp did you use? What method? Did you use tape? Did you use shrink wrap? Did you use a silicone wrap? What method did you use to make sure that it was tight to your tumbler? I just got my replacement 7720 refurbished. I had an issue with blocked heads. You recommended the cartridges with solution. Would you suggest removing the ink and inserting those when not in use? No, just leave your regular cartridges in there. No, I don't recommend putting your cleaning solution ones in there because then you're going to have to go through purging out. Like, you're going to still end up going through having to push ink and all that stuff. It's too many steps. There are several times because I have so many printers and I try to rotate between them. There are times where I go days, weeks without printing from mainly that one. And once I get the Sawgrass, trying to rotate between the three, actually 4 printers is going to be another task. And then I plan to get the F570. That's a whole other task. So you just have to, print something occasionally. But when we went on vacation, I went 4 weeks without printing on my printer, and it still worked fine. In your videos, you use laminate. I tried making stuff with laminate and had to use more than one sheet. Where do you recommend getting full coverage laminate sheets? I don't use laminate sheets unless it's something small. So there is no such thing as full coverage laminating sheets. The sheets are the sheet size. Whenever I'm doing anything large, I have a roll. And I've put this one in several videos. It is on my Amazon store, but I got mine from... who those people call? I got mine from officesupply.com, and I had to cut it. You can see there. Wait. See, I had to cut it with my table saw for this one. But Amazon does sell it in a 12 or 13-inch wide roll. But yeah, I don't use sheets. Yeah, you can't tape them together. You're going to see the lines of demarcation if you tape laminate or you put more than one laminate together. I would also like to learn more about Sublimation and what printers you recommend and ink. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Let a girl know. Thank you. Be blessed. Designs by Ardell LLC. Sublimation ink and paper, honey. Nothing but the best, love. Nothing but the best. Oh, I didn't even do that when I started. Let's do that, shall we? This live broadcast is brought to you by the letters HSINK and the numbers 365, which are our signature letters and numbers for our amazing, incredible Sublimation brand of printing products, because not just Sublimation. And that will be Honestly Speaking. Pronounced speaking. It's a play on words with the ink in there. But with Honestly Speaking, you can be incredible. Our Sublimation paper is game-changing. See, change the game. Hold on. Y'all gonna get this to TikTok. Hold on. Let's go ahead and flip y'all around. Wait, how do I flip? How do I flip? Wait. Flip camera. There we go. All right. Here we go. So we are home of that Change the Game Sublimation paper that allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees. Look at that right there. See that? 365 degrees, 30 seconds. You can get your jobs done a whole lot faster and a lot more efficient. Look at my old, look at the old thumbnail. You see what this says? As low as 360, 25 seconds. That's actually what I can print. I can press with on my Hotronics. 360, 25 seconds. I can do it that fast. But then I realized all heat presses are not Hotronics heat presses. So we found a middle ground, and that is 365 seconds for most heat presses. Some people have to go up to like 40 degrees. I've even pressed at 325 degrees for 60 seconds. So if you want to, you don't mind spending more time, but you want to use less energy, you can actually take the temperature down and then use more time. But we are the home of that Change the Game Sublimation paper and that Sublimation ink that is black in the bottles, my dear. Well, this is even our non-signature ink is not the brown like other people's browns. I mean, black ink, like theirs look brown. I mean, this is one, they sent us the wrong one, but it works great for EcoTank printers. So like that's that, but our actual black ink, that's cyan. Hold on. So you can see the difference in the color in that this is more of a black. It's a darker color. So we have true blacks. And this right here is still, even though it looks a little brown tone, there are some that look lighter than this. So this is still a great ink. And this is our Formula B because they sent us the wrong one. We have a special formula. I think a lot of people call this photo black, but we've had this for a while because I had them change up our inks. So you can see the difference here versus here. And our black ink still isn't brown like others, to where you'll get those brown tones, like those really bad brown tones. So the best sublimation ink and paper is available on our website, hsink365.com. And we have the most competitive prices in the market, like on the market. You would think that we would, and it's like a lot of inflation, right? That we would be increasing. We just looked at numbers. We made a decision to not rush into a storefront and warehouse and all of that, to be able to save on cost. That way we save you guys. So we dropped our prices. So we are now, we have like some of the best prices on the market when it comes to ink and paper. And then if you bundle it or you get multiple packs, you're saving even more. We even sell it by the cases. I don't think there's really anyone that sells paper by the cases other than us. We actually just had someone, we are supplying to like major businesses. We just had someone contact us about ordering 50 packs, which would be 10 cases. 10 cases. 5 cases of the 11 by 17. So yeah, we even sell it by the case. So hsink365.com, and our brand is Honestly Speaking. Again, that is hsink365.com. The direct link is in the description of this video. All right, let's see. And as far as printers, I have a video that kind of goes over it. I also have an amazing course that I kind of go through about printers a little bit more, and that is the Sublimation for Beginners and Business class that we did. So that's $33.65. That will only be available for purchase until Monday. On the 1st, it goes away because we have another one on the 19th. That one is going to have like more material and stuff with it, and it is not going to be that same price. That was a test one, that was a pop-up class, so you can only purchase that particular class until Monday. After Monday, it will be gone, and you will see the listing for the one on the 19th, and that one will be live on the 19th. All right, let's see. I'm having trouble with my browns for the Louis Vuitton files. What troubles are you having? Got to give a little bit more than that. I can leave my 7820 for long periods and it prints perfectly, but my 7720 will become blocked. Maybe difference in new technology. I don't know, because I don't have those issues with my 7720. Like I said, I've gone days, weeks, and it will still work. So I'm not sure. What are you doing? Have you watched my video on pushing air? If you have to do that, are you making sure that your cartridges are primed if they are the kind that needs to be primed? Yeah. Also, something that I can suggest, because I really don't have those type of issues with my 7720s, and I have 2 of them in rotation now. It used to be 3, and then I have backups. So for me, my forever printer will be the 77 series. I have 3 backups of that printer. I just set up my 7710, which was a video watching success. I have 8.5 by 14 in tray 2. My question is, what can I do to stop the paper edges from coming out printer curled when ink gets on it? Ooh, I have no idea. It's another issue that I don't have. What print settings are you using? Are you using this is for, well, you say set it up, so I'm guessing you're using for summation. What print settings are you using? Are you using plain paper? Are you using premium matte where it's putting down a lot of ink? I don't really have that issue either. And I have a 7720. Can I sub on cardstock without laminate? I don't want the plastic feel. And I can't punch it with the hole punch I need for the size I need. My regular printer won't work. And my print and cut is limited. So no, you cannot sub to regular paper because it's not coated. For sublimation, it must be coated. So no, you cannot submit to regular cardstock. Good morning. My question is about pigment ink versus dye ink. Epson Black now smears a lot when printing. Yes. No, ours does not. And I get, you know what? My expectation of your answer is no. Exactly. I it's so many people ask me questions about sublimation that I forget sometimes that I have an ink that works better than the Epson ink in their new printers. So I don't know what Epson did with their pigment ink because the older ones, like for the 7720 cartridges, was not like that. But if you have the 7820, 7840, in some of their other printers, the black, it smears. If you print anything on glossy, it scrapes off. I did a whole video. Actually, I did 3 videos about this. Nope. Our ink does not do that. It does not smear. It does not chip off and flake off if you are using the new 7820, 7840. So definitely get you some HS ink pigment. I really need to I need to promote the features and the benefit of that one a whole lot more. But it's like most people don't ask me about pigment ink stuff. They always come to me and ask me about sublimation. So I kind of just go with the flow as far as information. But yes, our pigment ink colors bomb. Black does not smear. I have a video though, and you don't believe me, I have a video for it, and I showed the difference. Just trying to figure out which way to go with my new 7310. I have an 8.5 by 11 with Sublimation ink already. I want to be able to print larger and not only on poly. So the 7310, if you leave it as a regular printer, that's not EcoSolvent. I would not recommend putting EcoSolvent in it. Your colors are going to be off. So if you're wanting to do EcoSolvent, you're going to need to get an EcoTank printer that uses dye inks. And also, I'm sorry, because you said dye inks. Miss Lydia, dye ink and pigment inks are totally different. So the black ink that comes with the EcoTank is pigment. The ink that's smearing in your new 7820, 7840s, that's not dye ink. That's still pigment ink. It just sucks. But yeah, so if you're going to get an EcoTank printer, then you can use the EcoSolvent, and that way you can do other stuff. But then with the EcoSolvent, you're not going to necessarily really be able to print. I mean, maybe you can because how it comes out, you probably still be able to print regular documents. But they, of course, will bleed if they get wet. So you're always just going to, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 printers in my house. And I'm trying to add at least 2 more. So yeah. So I don't know. It really just depends on what it is that you want to do. If you don't want to be limited to just poly, then you can leave it as a regular printer and then use Jet Pro 3G for shirts. I use those all the time. I just showed yesterday the shirt that I had on was Jet Pro 3G. Colors do not fade. I've had this shirt 2020 because we didn't know how close we were, like how close we were to danger. We went to Extreme Action Park in March of 2020, and then the next month we shut down for COVID. And I made these shirts for my niece. Okay, my niece will be 9 this year. Wait, no, this was in. She'll be. I just did her 8 or 7. I think this 2020 she was 6, 2021. Yeah, so she'll be 8 this year. Yeah, because she's going to 3rd grade. She's in the 2nd grade now. So yeah, so she'll be 8 this year. So that's when this was done in March of 20. Wait, we shut down. Yeah, we shut down 2020. And this has been washed several times. The color has never changed. And look, here is your, in case I show something with color. So it's a big difference here. I really have to figure out this camera so it's not so washed out. But the colors on this has never changed. And I've washed this several times. And the only thing is, I mean, this is a fairly large design here. So after you, like the first time, it's nice and smooth. After you wash it, you do get like, you can see like that, like the little ripples or whatever in it after you've washed it so many times. But other than that, it's been great. Where do I go? Right here. Oh, wait, not on it. Right here. So I don't know how your computer is, but for me, if I go to a folder, so I'm just going to click here. I can go and search right there. These are really not organized. But another thing that I will end up doing is let's go group by type. So still compressed folders, regular file folders, JPEGs, PNGs will be separated. View large icons. So JPEGs are there, PNGs. I have no idea why these are considered to be PNGs. And so I'll do it. You can separate them this way, and then you can sort by date. So based off of the date that, like the last date that it was modified or something was added to it. So I'll utilize those, and then I'll utilize my search feature if I'm looking for something in particular, a certain file. She says it still looks super bright. Yep, it's definitely still super bright. Like it does not. Pigment ink is waterproof. This will never fade. This will never fade. So that's why I've never had a desire. Like it wasn't this whole big thing for me to go to EcoSolvent for shirts, other than, I always have to kind of make the design where the letters are connected. So this design, it has a little pink outline. It has a black outline, a pink outline, so that everything is connected. And then the 6 is connected, so I can pull it up as one. It works better like that. Have I done shirts where it's loose? Yes. I use heat tape for those. I just did a video showing my hack for that. I'll use heat tape for that to pick up individual letters. Printer for sublimation and print cut. 2 different things. If you're saying, and I don't give people say print and cut. So I can do, this is a print and cut. Sublimation to glitter is a print and cut. Stickers, print and cut. Centerpieces, print and cut. So print and cut is not just one thing. You have to be very specific on what it is that you're wanting to do. Cake toppers, print and cut. Now, if you're trying to do these, this is not sublimation. This is pigment ink. So the same printers that you can use for sublimation are the same ones that you would use for this. You just switch out the ink. Like I said, I had at one point 3 7720s, 2 for pigment ink, 1 for sublimation, because I did more pigment ink printing. I was previously doing a lot of centerpieces, party favors, chip bags, obituaries, like stuff like that. So I had 2 pigment ink printers to help with speed of production and only 1 sublimation. I still have that, but I don't really use my 7820 as much. It's okay, but like if that's your only option and the only one you have, but because I have 7720s, I'm more inclined to print to those, because to me these print a lot slower than the 7720. So my 7840 to me prints way slower. I can send a job to both of them at the same time. This one will still be printing, and it'll be finished on the next one and working on the next print. So that's like my only with this particular printer, and it has too many P tools on the inside. It drives me nuts. I can't do anything glossy and thick glossy paper on my 7820 because it puts too many pinwheels on it. So I'm glad I still have the other printer. So just really depends. The same printers can be used for both. You're going to need more than one printer. There's no one printer that does it all. I've gone 8 weeks without printing on my workforce, and I had no issues. And I know she's not on here, but AJ, she messaged me, and she had, I think she was moving or something. So she has a printer that has, honestly speaking, sublimation ink in it, and she also has one that has PJ. I'm not going to say their name, but y'all know who PJ is. So she has one with 1 and 1. and the one with the PJ ink clogged. The HS ink one did not. So I think it is a slight difference in density of the inks because she said one clogged, the other one didn't. Any suggestions when using ppm settings for tumblers? What do you mean? Suggestions as far as what? I'm not sure what that means. I have a Sawgrass. It's just not set up. Hopefully I'll set it up today. I've had it. I'm embarrassed to say how long I've had it. I've had that thing probably like 4 months, maybe 5 months. And it's been sitting there. I have not set it up yet. She said my HS paper is my bougie paper. It's definitely in a class by itself. I swear by it. No more extreme temps or press times. She says my bougie paper. That's how I felt. I had to take my cousin those, and I laughed so hard because the word bougie has just been on my head, but been on my mind. When I took my cousin those spools of ribbon, it was late. I had just finished a class, right? So I didn't get to eat dinner. Even made some amazing seafood baked potatoes, but I didn't get a chance to eat it. But I was hungry as crap, and I really wanted a frappe and some French fries. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go meet him. Like, okay, everywhere has a freaking McDonald's. I'm looking, and like the nearest McDonald's was like 3 to 6 miles away. I'm like, so you know you're in a little bougie area where y'all ain't got no McDonald's. Like, this is some foolishness. So I feel like, my paper is kind of like how I felt last night. Like this, it's that upper class, it's that higher class, that upper class paper. She said, with the bougie paper. Let her know, especially over here. I was debating on whether or not I was going to show it and answer it. And that's why I didn't really read it out because I don't like that term. I'm so glad you know that. Thank you for reminding her of that. I just got your paper, but I have other inks in my tanks. Would I still press? So yes, the temp and time has everything to do with the paper. So I'm going to forgive anybody that, hey, thank you for your support. Thank you for purchasing the paper. It's going to work great for you. But I know Eco tanks. I feel like this tank has not moved one iota. And I've printed quite a bit on it. That ink ain't going nowhere. So imagine, like, it comes with 70 milliliters. We sell 140 milliliters. I'm always wondering, like, am I shooting myself in the foot? It's the best value ever. For 140 milliliters, it is $15.63 a bottle. $15.63. You can buy this and fill that up twice. I've done quite a bit of printing from it. That ink, it don't move. And it might be because I don't use premium matte. I use plain paper setting. Actually, you know what? Did I do a plain paper setting from there? I got to do a plain paper one for the tumbler from there to see if the Eco tank is different. We might do another video today. I know from the workforce, it comes out lighter. But I wonder if from the Eco tank, I don't remember if... I can go back and watch that video to see if I print it from the Eco tank on plain paper setting. But for the most part, when I'm doing video, like when I'm doing prints, I don't print premium matte. So I'm not wasting my ink. And so it hasn't moved. And so imagine, and it only takes half of this, right, to fill it up. So you get 2 full refills. You can buy 1 set of our inks, and then depending on how much you print, it can definitely last you a year, depending on how much you print, because it's 2 full refills. It's not a 70 milliliter bottle. It's not 100. You can get 2 full refills from this bottle. So it'll last you a really long time. But it doesn't matter which ink you use. Hopefully, eventually you're going to get our inks. I know that it takes a long time for that ink to empty out. Eventually you will be all Team 365, but the paper will work no matter which ink you're using. Yep, and we are about to close out. We are at our hour. No, I did not make my headband, honey. This came from Wally World. This came straight from Walmart. Your ink, your paper, tape, tumbler, convection oven, what time and temp do you suggest? It really depends on like really which oven, how big your oven is, how small. For me, I have an Oster XL. Some things I can do. So the tumbler that you see, wait, right there, that one was done 375 for 3 minutes. When it's darker colors, I've done them like so, like this one. Actually, this one was this one was 350 for 5.5 minutes, but I don't preheat my oven. So I never really worry about overheating because my oven literally turns off after every tumbler. So I don't leave it just running and just leaving it on and then putting it in there, using a timer, taking it out. I now no longer preheat my oven. I wrap it, I put it in there, the oven is completely cold. I turn it on, and instead of like 3 minutes, I'll do like 5 or like 5.5. Some people say they have to go 6 minutes for really dark colors. I really just do like 5.5 because it takes like 5 minutes for it. So I'll do like 5.5 because it's not preheating. Like it's not preheated. So if it was already preheated, I can probably do anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes, depending on how dark the colors are. The darker the colors, just leave it in there a little bit longer. I don't rotate it. Whenever I put an oven in there, I walk away. I set it and forget it. I literally walk away, go do something else. All the ones I've done on live, y'all know, I come back in here, I talk to y'all for those 5 minutes. It goes off, I go get it. So I never worry about it overheating because my oven shuts off every single time. Now, if I was sitting there doing a bunch of them back to back, I would still let it cut off, but I would be right there. So it would once it went off and the timer went off, I take those out, put the next ones in, and reset it. So I set the timer on my actual oven, and it goes off to let me know that it's done. So 375, 3 to 5. It's on, but I just realized that it's on the cover sheet. So 350 to 375 to 6 minutes if you're going to preheat. Black Epson pigment ink is terrible. Get HS pigment ink. You won't be sorry. Thank you for keeping it real. I would definitely be purchasing your pigment ink from this day forward. I'm using my 7820 for regular print. Yeah. So yeah, you definitely have to get that. And we have the chips as well. So, and you're going to save. If you're buying Epsons, you're paying way too much money. So we have the XL chips and you can just change it out. So where you would go and buy a set of Epson cartridges for what? It's $130 to get the pack that has the XL black. Well, you get the thing with XL black and then the 3-pack of standard cartridges. We sell the XL. No, I think it's XL if you get it's $130 if you get the XL. The standard one comes out to like one something, I think. But we sell the XL and it's only $60. The chip is what controls the printer. So with a chip, it's like getting a new cartridge. So if you've been using theirs, you've been throwing money down the drain. You can go on our site, get the pigment ink, get the refillable system, and get the chips. And all you do is change out this little chip. And that's it. And this isn't the right one, but all chips work the same. Oh, come on. You pull it off, you pull it down and off, and then you put it back on. Make sure that this piece is underneath here to go in and slide it on. So this, replacing this is like buying a new cartridge. That's all you have to replace is this. That looks awesome. Definitely would check out Jet Pro. What board can I use to do all over shirts? I don't use a board, but if you have to use a board, it's going to be a Yucca board. Or it's called a hard board. When you're in the store, the brand will say Yucca, EUCA board. So Yucca board, and you get from Home Depot or Lowe's. I personally don't. You have some people that will also get the Ram board to make a jig, because it's, you can bend it to get it inside to like lay it out all flat. So you can use Ram board for a jig, and then to keep everything like together, I guess, you know, you can use the hardboard, but I don't use them at all. I use our tacky paper, and because the tacky paper sticks to and stays in place, it doesn't move and shift. I just use a big old roll of craft paper and I spin it around. So if you have not seen my video, I have a video for everything. I've done a video, actually several videos, with pressing oversized things and showing how I don't use a hardboard. I don't have room for a hardboard. The way that mine is set up, it's like, it's a cabinet right behind this curtain, and then there's all of this. So I don't have room to use a hardboard. So I don't use it. Are we going to come out with ink for the Sawgrass? Well, I don't have, like, so the older ones, they always had those, but I didn't use the Sawgrass. So if I couldn't test it, I don't use it. And the refillable ones for Sawgrass, you can't use it through their print manager. You're going to get a bunch of marks like this. So you would have to get I would have to get the ones that are pre-filled. Like, so they're regular cartridges, and you would have to change out those cartridges. Now with those, you can still use print manager and it won't do the lines. They did not have any cartridges for the new Sawgrass. The newer one is the 500 and the 1000. Before, it was the 400 and the 800. Those have had cartridges. I've been checking on it. They just now got it, but it's going to be hard for me to test those out because I haven't even set this up. So I still have a year on it as far as like warranty. So if I do sell it, it won't be until my printer is at least a year old, when I can order them from our manufacturer overseas and test it. So it won't be at least a year before. It will be at least a year. That's why I want to help and get it set up so I can use it and get past the 1 year warranty, so I can get those. I can test those inks out, but I will not test out any inks outside of Sawgrass's inks as long as it's under warranty. If you have another brand of Sublimation ink in the printer, once it is empty, can you put your brand in the tank? Yes, you can. Our paper, yes, there are several people that have the F570 as well as the F170, and our paper works with it. I don't recommend using our inks for it. It's best just to use the Epson inks because that is a sublimation printer. It's not like the other ones where you are transforming it. You're switching out the inks that it is designed to use. That particular printer is designed to use sublimation ink, and Epson sells a decent sublimation ink. So I don't recommend getting a third-party ink. They're about the same. Their bottle is 18 bucks. I mean, well, we're now cheaper than theirs, but it's 18 bucks. I recommend using their inks if you have an F570 or an F170. All right, we're past an hour, so I see a few more questions here. I'm going to answer those and we're going to wrap it up. These are facts on HS ink. Mine has lasted a year. Just brought more a few weeks ago. Yep, it lasts a really long time. I already had tons of ink before I found you. Next purchase. Yay. I know. I actually help contribute to a lot of people's ink stash with my live videos, but you said before you found me. So I guess I didn't contribute to your ink habit, but I create a really bad ink habit for a lot of folk. So I understand, but they still support. They come to they purchase my classes, my templates, my files, my paper. So I know eventually, you're going to kick yourself when you're like, dang it, I could have had this dope black ink all this time. Sometimes you just got to sacrifice, just take it as an L, put it on your taxes. And, this is a loss. Put it as a loss and just go ahead and get that HS ink, sublimation ink. I have an EcoTank 2760. I installed the Epson ink. Is it okay for the chip bags? I saw the comment about smearing. I plan on getting your pigment ink. So you won't be able to put the pigment ink in there because you put the dye ink in there. So that's going to be a no-go because you already have the dye ink in there, and dye ink and pigment ink are two totally different inks. Totally different inks. This is how dye ink looks. Pigment ink is still kind of like that one. So it's a big difference. This damn near looks like black ink. So you cannot put pigment ink on top of dye inks. Once you start with the ink, that's when you have to stick with as far as types, not brands, but types. So if you have dye inks in there, you can't make it a dye sublimation printer. You can't make it a pigment ink printer unless you're going to completely flush out the lines. If you start with sublimation, you got to leave it at sublimation unless you're going to flush out the lines to put eco solvent or whatever. Whatever type of ink you start with is what you have to continue with. But brands, if it's like HS pigment versus somebody else's pigment, you can mix and match that. You can switch between those, but you cannot switch types. Chip bags and things, it is still going to be good. Like I said, if it doesn't have any black in it, black is the only one that is pigment ink. That's photo black. Oh yeah. There is no such thing as photo black sublimation ink. I'm going to keep saying it. There is no such thing as photo black sublimation ink, other than they've gone from their brown ink, which is more brown than this, to basically my ink, my black ink. That's all that it is. It's going to be the same. I mean, well, ours give a little bit better results because you don't get a lot of brown tones, but putting this photo black ink in with the brown ink, this takes over. Like, this overpowers this one anyway, because we've had to mix inks before when they kind of screwed up. So buying the regular ink is kind of just dumb and pointless. We've always sold what people are now marketing as photo black ink. Black ink is black ink when it comes to sublimation. Having two different ones, like having this brown ink and then this one, doesn't make your blacks more black. It doesn't provide anything additional to your prints. Black ink is black ink, whether it is the kind that's manufactured that's brown or the other one. Now, so I'll say, like, for those who have the brown inks, the photo black helps them because now they have finally caught up to where HS ink has been all the time. So it can help with those brownish tones where you're getting too much of those brownish tones, but it doesn't, there's no really, like, they can literally do away with their brown boo-boo ink and just sell the photo black as their black ink, and then they'll catch up to us, you know? And I don't know how people start before us and we're ahead of the game, but you know, it's okay. I've been, you know, with that formula, been did that. So one of the first ones to do it. How often imitate it, never duplicate it, but it's okay. I digress. So there is no such thing as photo. Photo black is pigment ink. All the other inks are dye inks. Photo black means that one is a pigment ink. That's all that it means, is it's pigment ink. It's regular printing ink. It's just pigment. So if you're anything like where the black has to go in there, it can run. So if you were to just print check, it just might run with the Epson ink in there. I have personally never set one up with the Epson ink because I went straight to pigment ink, and then I have like dye ink. So I don't set mine up with the Epson ink at all. But it does work. It's just regular printer ink, so it does work for chip bags. Yes, today is Even's birthday. It is. Last year, we ended up doing the big old sale, but because we have now dropped our prices, y'all won't get no sale for his birthday. But if y'all want to send him a little love offering, Cashapp, HS Ink 365, and go ahead and drop happy birthday, Even. But yes, my husband is now, he says he's 25. He missing quite a few years. Missing about 15 of them jokers. But my husband has now entered the 40 club with his wife. Yes, thank you for remembering. It is my husband's birthday. And y'all know what he's doing on his birthday? Fulfilling orders. It don't matter. Look here. When we say if you place your order by 3 p.m., it's going to go out the same day, even on his birthday. He is in there processing orders. When I say my oven, the oven that I use the Oster XL. My ears are ringing. I use the Oster XL. So the oven that I particularly use is what I mean by that. What would be a good device to purchase to help with design placements for shirts? I really eyeball it, but I mean, if anything, if you're wanting, like, I mean, some people use the T-square. I've never used that one. And it's like it goes up and down, and you can move that little piece around for like pocket placement and stuff. I personally never have used that one. I use the method of, like, when I was first doing them, fold the shirt in half to get my center mark, fold my design, whether it's sublimation, heat transfer vinyl, or whatever, fold it so I can get the crease. I line that up, and then I press it. Now, positioning is different depending on the design. But I've never, you can use, like I said, I was looking for mine. They have a ruler that will kind of show you center, but I always just kind of fold them. When I had to do all of those shirts for the elementary school for Spirit Week, I literally took, like, my prep was to fold all of them in half. I put like maybe 4 or 5 of them on my heat press. I pressed it to get the center line. I pressed those out. And so that's how I was doing it, to make sure they were all consistent, because that was for a school. That's what I did to make sure they were all consistent, is press the middle line in them. Sorry about that. I hit a button by mistake. Let's see. What kind of board did I mention earlier? You can use, it's a hard board. It's called Euca, EUCA board. Home Depot. It's just the brown board. A lot of people use that. You can also use Ram board. It's on a big roll, so it's really just stiff paper, and it can be kind of difficult to cut. So you have to get you some good scissors that's just for that. And some people use that as an insert. I personally don't. I tape mine down to my print. I put it on my big old roll of craft paper, and I press it. I don't use a board at all. I don't blame you for not wanting to void your warranty. I still have about 6 months on my warranty, but was wondering for after that. Would the pigment ink work well with the Canon Mega Tanks? It makes no sense to buy ours because theirs comes with pigment ink. That's why I said I wanted these 2 more printers. Y'all, I'm trying to go buy that one. I want to see how theirs prints because it actually comes with pigment. I think the only thing I don't like is it's huge. And if I'm not mistaken, it's still only an 8.5-inch wide printer, but it looks humongous as crap. But I plan to go get one. That's why I said I'm going to have another printer. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend. Our ink is formulated to match Epson's formula, not the Canon's. And normally for an eco tank, just buying the bottles, they're going to be really inexpensive anyway. But I do plan to get one of those and test it out. Hello, welcome to our live broadcast over on TikTok. I'm just answering questions. So if you guys have questions right now, all the questions are coming from YouTube and Facebook. But if you are watching over on TikTok and you have a question, feel free to go ahead and ask. I might hang out with y'all a little bit longer. I'm about to end this live, but I'll come hang out with y'all because this one will stay up. People will see an hour and 30 minutes and not want to watch it, but it deletes over here. So I'll probably hang out with y'all a little bit longer on TikTok. Okay, I'm tripping. Oh, wow. It's so many questions on here now. All right, see. For real, this is going to be the last one I answer. Okay, but let me go back up. My printer said it was out of black. I got excited because it was the last of the other, but it was full when I went to refill it, trying to use up this other. So yeah, if you have a workforce printer, the printer telling you that you're out of black is not the same as your cartridge being out of black. It's two different things. My ink has been sitting for a year. When my father got sick, I had to put the business on hold. Is the ink okay to use, or do I need to buy new ink? No, ink has a shelf life of, like, they'll tell you like 18 months, but it's fine. It doesn't have a shelf life, especially if you don't have it like just sitting near the sun. You're good. Happy birthday, sir. Thank you for all that you do. Wait, your birthday is with him or with me? Your birthday is today, sometime this week. Did I miss your birthday? If I'm not mistaken, you are with either me or Even, aren't you? Yesterday was my hubby's birthday. Those Aquariuses, though, yeah, they crazy. Happy birthday to your hubby. He does a fabulous job on those orders. Got mine yesterday. I will be sure to tell him. I started with the other ink, which doesn't seem to be going anywhere since I changed settings to premium matte, to plain paper. Since I changed settings to plain paper, I brought a 7710 just to buy your ink, so I didn't have to wait for it to run out. Oh, thank you. Happy birthday wishes. Mine is Monday. Those Aquariuses, good vibes. Happy birthday to him. Canner printers are a beast. Love my Canons. Good to know. Can you explain the tacky paper, what it's used for? It is sublimation paper. And once it's heat activated, like once you put the heat and pressure, it activates the tack on it. It is made for textiles and fabrics. You can use it for shirts. If you feel like you have a lot of issues with ghosting and like, okay, let me back up. To be perfectly honest, when it comes to our paper, I don't have them issues. I personally like the tacky paper. I only wanted the rolls. Y'all asked for the sheets. I use the rolls for oversized designs because once you press it, it sticks in that area. I don't have to worry about putting a bunch of tape and stuff on it and then it lifting, and then as it goes back down, as I'm moving it, it will shift and make it to where there is a shift in the print. It sticks to it, so it's stuck in that area. I can move around my shirt, like if I'm doing an all over. If I'm doing a 16 by 16 pillowcase or a long pillowcase, I can move it around and press it in sections. When I just did those ribbons last night, when I pressed it, I can move it and it does not shift. And it actually pressed to both sides at the same time because they stuck together. So I didn't have to worry about too much movement. That's the true benefit for me. If I am doing, when I was doing, like, we had all these masks, it makes it so much easier to just print out a bunch of them. So it's great for printing out multiple things at one time instead of waiting for the paper to spool, because you can print up to 47. Luckily, I can use it for glitter cardstock. I use glitter for senior crowns. So being the fact I can print longer is a benefit to me. I use them for graduation stoles. I can print the full length. So that's the true benefit for me, because I can print longer. So when I'm pressing to fabrics and textiles, soft substrates, it makes it a lot easier without having to piece and tape things together. And I don't get so many lines of demarcation. That's the real benefit of it. A lot of people wanted the sheets. I obliged and we ordered the sheets. Our paper doesn't really cause a lot of ghosting to begin with. It's very minimal. So it's not gonna make your colors brighter. It's not gonna make it, anything like that. Like, it's still 365, 30 seconds. But when you press it to the shirt, if you're someone that uses too much pressure anyway, and you lift it up and your paper go flying and it shifts and you get ghosting, that's where it's going to be beneficial to you, because it's going to stick And even if you make a mistake, you lift it up, it kind of stuck, it's going to stay stuck, and then you can make adjustments to your heat press, put it back down. So it's little things like that that are beneficial with using the tacky paper, but it doesn't affect your colors. The colors are going to be the same. They're going to be bomb.com, whether it's fast dry or tacky. Here is the downside of the tacky. It has a coating on it, which is what creates that tack. So because of that, ink does not dry as fast on tacky paper as it does the fast dry. So you'll find that you'll have to clean your rollers more often. I know some people say with the F570, until they slow down their printings, they may see pinwheels. So it's little things like that. So there are some cons to it because it has the tack on it. You're going to have to adjust your settings. You're going to have to create a preset that's for tacky, where you're going to take your density down some. And because you're only using for textiles, you can still use plain paper, take the density down, and still get great colors. It's not meant for tumblers. It's not meant for mugs. So it's not a versatile paper. The fast dry is the all-purpose paper, okay? Oh, you're with my mom. Okay, I knew you was with one of us. You're with my mom. Okay. I knew you were close to one of my family members. I just couldn't remember which one. I don't know why she didn't come on my radar, but that's what it is. Because my mom is October 19th. So you're with my mom. Okay. So I knew you was with one of my peoples. Oh gosh, here she go. them them February and Aquarius babies. Ooh, thank you. You know I try. I just explained tacky paper. So hopefully you caught that because I just explained tacky paper. If not, you'll go to the play this back. All right. So I'm going to get off of here because I am well over my hour. That I'm supposed to be on here. It's supposed to be a power hour. I'm well over. But if you want to hang out with me, have some more questions, come on over to Tickety Talk Talk. Shakeya the Professor 365. Shakeya the Professor 365 on TikTok. I'm going to here answer a few questions over here since this live deletes itself anyway. So hang out with me there. Again, this live broadcast is brought to you by the letters HSINK. And it was 365, which, oh, I forgot I went out and came back in, so it's no longer on the screen. There we go. It's our signature letters and numbers for our amazing sublimation products. That change the game. Sublimation paper allows you to sublimate at 365 degrees as fast as 30 seconds. The 365 also stands for the fact that we are consistently in stock 365 days. Although, actually, you know what? I can't say that because right now we are out of stock on full sets of the signature ink because China about them games. But we do have ink. It's just not the signature ink. It still produces great colors. But we try to be very consistent. You get knowledge. You get gems. 300 out of the year. This paper is going to give you great results 365 days out of the year. We are open 365 days out of the year. We don't ship all 365, but we always open. But we have cartridges, ink for the workforce, pigment ink. I'm going to add the thumbnails because it makes it like we're all about sublimation, but we do have pigment ink. I got to highlight those. So we do have pigment ink available for, you can put that in any of the printers. We have heat tape, the cartridges and syringes. We have classes. Our class for sublimation for beginners and business will come off of the site. You will not be able to purchase the playback for this class, which is only $33.65. You will not be able to purchase the playback for this particular one after Monday. It closes out on Tuesday, the 31st, Monday, because we will have the sign up for the 19th. And it does cost a little bit more because you're going to get a little bit more content or things with it. And then that one was kind of like a pilot one and like a tester session just to kind of see what information I want to include and which information I want to omit because my sessions run long. It is at least 3 hours. And that's most people like, how can you go over basics in 3 hours? What I consider to be basic is not the same as what others consider to be intro level. You're going to be able to start off the right way. That's why I advertise it that way. So you're going to get a lot of information in that particular class. If you Monday, but the class is live on the 19th. And then that playback will be available for if you're in the class, you have lifetime access to it. So that's not what I mean. So when I say the playback will be available, the playback will be available to purchase only through March. In April, we're doing another live session. So you can only purchase the playbacks, but whichever class that you're in, you have lifetime access to those playbacks. All right. So you have lifetime access to those playbacks. And we have paper, ink, and tape. Remember, if you got the gift card to lock in your Black Friday prices for the paper, ink, and tape bundle, it is all of them together. It's not for them separately. You don't get 25% off of it separately. It is all together. So look, we dropped our prices. So when you apply that code, the amount of money you are going to save, being the fact that you locked in that Black Friday price, that Black Friday discount code for, I think it was 30% off, right? 30% off. And we just dropped the prices. What? You about to get that like you brought like you brought it from China. But that code is only valid until February 28th. You have a little over a month to use that code. The gift card can be used at any time. Because you're going to get it at such a great value, you may want to just go ahead and pay for it straight out. But the gift card does not have an expiration. But that discount code for 30% off of the paper, ink, and tape bundle, you have to purchase it from the listing of the bundle. That expires the 28th. And an email is actually going out on the 1st for all of those who purchased it to remind you that that code expires on the 28th. But we have pre-filled cartridges, our creative business. Look, I know I'm over my time. I want to let you guys know my creative business program for creative entrepreneurs is about giving you the resources to help you get those sales. If you apply what we go over in here, it will increase your profit margins. It will help you generate sales, but you got to do the work. All I can do is give you, my stomach is growling. I got to go give me some eat. Going to give me a frappe. You have to apply like the techniques and everything works, but you have to apply it. If you're not applying it, I can't help you. I can only give you the know-how. You have to do the work. But February, when I tell y'all I'm about to go in my, as Jamila would say, you are in your bag, baby. When I tell you February is about to be so lit as far as the content. And if you apply those things, you will make money. Especially with Valentine's Day, you target the right person for Valentine's Day and the right way, the way that you will make money and at least get your business out there. Utilize, I don't plan heavy for holidays. I use them as a way just to get, like when I was doing it, get your name out there for people to know, oh, you do custom stuff. All right, cool. I got this. I'm gonna holler at you again when I need X, Y, and Z. But we did pictures, product pictures last month. When I tell you I'm about to take the session about pictures up a notch, let's just say I don't just pull from what other entrepreneurs are doing creative. I look at all industries. And that's how I'm giving y'all a little quick gem for business. And I'm going to come hang out with y'all on TikTok. I give you gems and information, and you can get a lot of gems from other industries, right? In real estate, one of the things that they will tell you is a staged house will sell faster and for more money than an empty house. The same applies in what we do. So I'm going to show you this month how to create staged photos of your products to speak directly to a certain client. You can utilize the same exact mug, but how you stage it and how you stage your post, how you put it out there is what's going to draw them in. And that is what we are learning in February over on in the creative business program. Are you able to do it like month by month and like just be able to take just February? Unfortunately, right now, that's not an option. If I change my mind by the time February comes, hey, maybe if I end up, because I have to split it up. If you want to kind of attend that one, because quite a few people have asked me, especially about the one for taking pictures. So I may end up creating something special like I did for the holiday selling. Some of the feedback that I got when I did the one for how to increase your sales for holiday season, those who implemented what I said in that session, when they came back and told me their sales and how it changed for them and all this stuff, and they're still applying some of that stuff to like outside of the holiday season, it makes my heart smile. I know that what I teach, it works if you apply it. And it's not just about marketing and ads or what's what I'm looking for? Don't have to be an LLC to be able to do these things. It's real world things apply no matter what stage, whatever matter what level you are in your business. You can be in for a couple of years and feel like you're quite successful. But how do you now bump it up to the next level and continue with that growth? You got to you still got to do some things and change up some things to reach another level in your business. That you should always be trying to reach a new level of success in your business and be able to make more profit this next year than you did the next year versus the current year or the previous year. You want to be able to increase your sales from one quarter to the next, from 1 month to the next, from 1 week to the next, from 1 day to the next. You want to always see that increase. There are certain things that you have to do. You got to be on your business. That's the first thing. You got to be on your business. It's not just the things that you make. You got to have customer service. You got to have certain procedures to make the buying process easy, especially some items. Not having people to jump through hoops to find out pricing. If you haven't gone through and done your cost analysis and you don't have to post your whole prices if you don't want to, but for yourself, you better have a starting point for your prices. Someone contacts you, hey, our shirts start at $75. Oh, 75? Ooh, that's too rich for my blood. Okay, great. And be okay when someone says that's too much. That's not your customer. Stop getting mad about people that's not your customer. They say it costs too much. Those that say my creative business program costs too much, it ain't for you. Those who are in it, baby, they get the good every single month. 4 times a month. They had no problem paying it. I don't trip. You don't want to pay $6.15 because you got other programs that's offer you the world, so-called for, $50. Go ahead, rock with them. But it ain't the professor's way. And my strategies work when you apply them. So, yeah, creative business is available. You can do it as a one-time payment and save 23%, or you can do it monthly, or you can do 2 payments, one every 6 months. So, creative business program is where it's at. Masters will open back up soon. Bachelor's and doctorate will not open back up until September. Okay. Alrighty, guys. I am out of here. Dawn, if you are available like right now when I get off, I'd rather do it now because it is Even's birthday. Once he's done packing orders, I'm pretty much going to be done too. Once the kids get home. So if you can do it now, let's do it now. Sunday, I can't mess around with football. And Saturday, I'm gonna be in the bed because it's supposed to be 40 degrees and it's supposed to not get any hotter than 60. Look here, I'm gonna be under somebody cover all day long. It's gonna be a movie and a TV day on Saturday. I don't plan on leaving this house or coming to this office. Okay. So if you can do it today, that would be perfect. All right, y'all. I am gone over here on Facebook. Later. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video out, recommend us to a friend, or 2, or 3, or 4. And until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.